Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're having a fabulous day here today. Overall, it's been jam-packed with news, and a lot of stuff has been going down here with Nikke, and I do still say they have done a great job here, definitely hyping up the community and getting the hype around there. But again, also want to say thank you because we have done like some insane jumps in subs, so really I appreciate that freaking heavily. We're currently at 7.7. And yesterday we were at 7.6, and the day before we were at 7.5. So, holy crap, thank you so much. But yeah, today, let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe helps out a ton. This is some great actual news. And again, that's my opinion. Don't get mad at me because people were a little bit more angry in the chat of the stream when I did see this get announced. Again, this is good. This is really good. So, let's talk about it. Let's jump into it. Let's have some fun. So this is the global live stream I pulled up here. I want you to take a listen to something that was said, and this was said pretty like, I don't know if JP said this because when I was translating it I couldn't really tell, but at least global gave us a great idea of what's happening here, which is a huge W, right? So today, take a listen real quick. Hear this out.
You thought the surprise was over? Come on, this is Anise speaking. Another collab in the second half of the year is coming. What a lively arc. If you find out what the collab is, you can tell me in the comment area.
But yes, a super simple, super easy segment, and it gave you an idea of when the collab is dropping, which is pretty great, right? You now have the idea it is in the second half of the year, okay? What is the second half of the year? What does that mean? Now, again, I do want to talk about like areas also, but just know this. And again, I could be wrong here, but when they did, I hope they at least stick to saying this correctly, because if you don't already know, they said that they would announce the first collaboration around the first half year, right? So that means like the first half year event, which was this event, which was Chainsaw Man was supposed to get announced around it. Chainsaw Man got freaking announced so much earlier, just 2 months ago. Basically, it went through what? 3 weeks of Chainsaw Man, 2 weeks of Biscuit, 2 weeks of Sakura, and a week of D. How many weeks was that? I didn't even count, but it's been a good amount. What, 8-9 weeks almost? So they announced that heavily, like way too early in comparison to what they said. Like we would announce it around the first half year. Yeah. So unless they were trying to say like the first half of the year, like again, that makes sense if it was first half of the year. We didn't get first half of the year. So again, I don't know, but they did say that it did drop like extremely early. The way we interpreted this was around the 6-month anniversary for the game. The first half year, we didn't get that. So again, I still think that they're going to commit to making it around June, July. I personally think that's around when they're going to aim for it. June, July, August is like my top like picks. I don't think beyond that because they want to probably get out one more before the year's end, which is like probably around December, November area, because it's been what, 2 months. We waited another 2 months, 3 months, 5 months since the collab. So they could easily squeeze out maybe 2 to 3 collabs a year, which a lot of gacha games do that. They do squeeze out multiple collaborations, but I do see that being like the play they go for here. But again, we don't exactly know what they plan with this, but you could probably aim for around that range, right? And now, why is this good? Now, people were angry because they really cared for NIER. So you should be happy that the collab is not NIER, as in like nearby. So get the pun. But again, I make this joke 20 times, but it is good. So it gives you an idea of when it is. We have that first. Second, it saves you. If you are summoning for this entire festival, this entire pilgrim banner, you have to understand it's going to make you broke. It's going to take away a lot of people's income that they've been saving for so long. It's going to take away their saved up pulls. It's taking all of that away 1 billion%, right? You have to understand now that they definitely can make this, if they did do it where it was back-to-back, you go from the like Dorothy event into NIER. That is a huge game crippling thing here for a lot of progression, for a lot of players. People that love collaborations now have to skip like the most hyped thing of the year, which is this anniversary. They didn't allow that. They gave you time. So let's say they aim for late June, early July. Let's say that's a thing, which again, July is the start of the half year. So I personally see it around that point. I see personally July kicking off. So let's say July. That means if you go through all of May and all of June saving, you'll have a decent amount. basically we've already come to the conclusion that each month we get 2 events. In those 2 events, you get a multi each. So we get 2 free multis in, let's say, June. We get 2 free multis in May. Boom, you have 4 free multis, right? You then go through 6,000 gems of income, I think, per month. So 12,000 gems, which is a good amount of 4, multis. So we're in like 8 multis. This event, if you were to consider it, which will basically kind of land at the end of April, whatever. Let's just add it in the 4 multis. So you'll be around almost half a pity, around there, a little bit more than half a pity, a decent amount above half a pity, but still around there, right? So with all of it, this gives you a good area. If you've been saving and you've been skipping, as you know, you should have, honestly. Biscuit was good, but you'll hit the main banner. Yes, Sakura was okay, but you'll hit the main banner. D is pretty good. Alice was pretty good, but again, I personally think that saving for this unit itself was always the best idea, so hence I did it, and it kind of paid off in the end. But if you care for that collaboration, you at least, you know, and if you cared for collaborations prior to this too, like you thought there's a collab coming at any point, you did save. So with those multis, you went through what, D, Sakura, and Biscuit. That's 3 premium multis already. Then you went through, again, about a month and a half or almost 2 months of events. That means you also walked away with 6,000-ish gems, 12,000-ish gems. So you should be in a pretty good area if you do care for this. So again, you go for Dorothy, use up your pity, boom. You then go for NIER, use up your pity, or just amass a crap ton of summons and just go all in. Like, that could also work. They're giving new Lost Sector stages, new story elements, all that stuff. So there is gem income, if you will, that's been added in if you, again, want to consider that. So overall, I think that they've given you enough time to make it as a free-to-play, so this should not be a free-to-play strain at all. You will make it if you've been playing the game also in a pretty decent manner. You've been doing all your content, all that stuff, your dailies and everything, your weeklies and everything. The gym income was a little bit more repaired because of PvP and a few little additions. Though again, it is kind of low, but I think if you saved your pity, you could pity Dorothy and then go all in for NIER. Depends, right? Depends on where you are. We're all in different situations. We may have used our pity, we may have used our summons, but I think that for this collaboration being pushed to that point, it is good. It is good. I'm going to say early July, but also realize it does not have to be July. They could also push it back beyond that. It could be August. It could be September. All they say is around the second half. My personal opinion is they said it really early, so let's say like 2-3 month gap around July. Again, I give you the worst case scenario. Let's say July. If it is August, it's even better. You have more time to save, so you can at least pity all 3 characters, which would be pretty cool. But again, the gap from like Modernia to Chainsaw Man was about like, you know, 2-3 banners. So if we were to go to through 2-3 banners, it's exactly the same gap. So hence why I'm saying it, because again, this is a 3-week event. This event ends in like sometime middle May. Then another one starts, which will be until the end of May. Then another one starts, another one starts. So that's 3 banners. You see what I'm saying here? So again, early July, late July, August. I think they won't do it beyond September. So people that are saying like winter time or fall time, I don't think so. I personally think around the summer months. So with it, there's also a summer update that has to happen. Is that happening before or after this? Who knows? So keep all this in mind. Keep all of this in the back of your head. That is currently what it looks like. But yes, coming soon. It's in the second half of the year, which is great. Gives you time to save. Just my opinion, though, so let me know what you think down below. Maybe you hate this. You're like, oh, I want a NIER today. This is stupid. But, hey, that's been it. Peace out, enjoy. And, yeah, catch you in the next one.